Well, the first step towards staying healthy starts with your heart. February is National Heart Month, and we've partnered up with Valley Baptist to remind everyone a healthy heart is vital to a healthy lifestyle. Dr. Charles Mild is here to explain all about it. So good morning.
Good morning, Mary.
Thanks so much for being with us. And of course, we're wearing our red for National Heart Month, and we partnered up, like I said, with Valley Baptist. Tell us a little bit more about staying healthy with our hearts.
Well, it is nice that February is Heart Month. We think about the heart, but in fact, we ought to be thinking about our heart every day. As you know, it's not really new news, but heart disease is extremely common. Most people know somebody that's probably died from myocardial infarction. So that's the not so good news. The good news is that of all the maladies that affect mankind, heart disease is probably the most preventable. We can prevent who will and who will not have a heart attack. And it doesn't take a whole lot to prevent heart disease. It does require every day to think about our heart and to think about what we do. But it's lifestyling. It's the type of lifestyling that everybody should know about, probably does know about, and those are things like diet and exercise. Two very simple things, not so simple to accomplish, but in fact are quite simple. Yeah. Doesn't require a lot of exercise, but it does require at least 30 minutes every day of active activity, such as a walk. Not a Texas Mosey, but a good, strong walk that builds a sweat for about 30 minutes, if not every day, almost every day. And of course, the diet that we ought to be eating is a diet that's sort of low on the food chain, and that is primarily fruits, vegetables, and fresh foods without an extreme amount of fat. Now, there are a few exceptions on the fats, and one of them for Valentine's Day, I think is important, is that the box of chocolates that you get, it's okay to eat a chocolate every now and then. In fact, there are studies now that show us that if you eat a ½ an ounce of chocolate every day, it is probably good for your heart, not bad for your heart.
Yeah, because it makes you smile on top of that.
Not only that, a good attitude is good for your heart. Absolutely.
And you know, it's important also for people to get those checkups done, you know, to make sure that their heart is in good condition. How can they go about that?
Sure, and that really starts with the individual. The kind of checkups that you need most are just the morning stepping on a scale and looking at that weight. The best way to prevent heart problems is to maintain a healthy weight. Is get as close as possible to your ideal weight. The other thing is to look at your plate. Make sure when you look at that plate is that you are eating heart-healthy foods that are low in saturated fats and provide the appropriate nutrients that high in fiber. And the other thing is that when you look at your exercise schedule, remember that it's important to get that 30 minutes of exercise in every day. So we look at ourselves first before you look at a doctor to tell you what to do.
Gotcha. All right, well, thank you so much for being with us, Doctor. We really appreciate those healthy tips that you've offered us this morning. Hopefully you can come back and see us soon.
Thank you.
All right, let's send it over to Brett.